Okay, Coach, on a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room, and we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now a first-time Pro Bowler from a year ago, Lamar Miller. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
45. Yo. 45's the mic. Here we go.
Back to throw, Watson. Going for the deep ball. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans have taken the early lead. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
At their own 33-yard line.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. A carry for Devontae Freeman, who missed most of last season. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
And Falcons fans everywhere excited that Devontae Freeman is back on the field wearing number 24 in the red and black. Remember, he went down in week 2 in 2018 with an injury and didn't return. They're hoping to see the form that led him to 1,000-yard seasons in 2015 and 2016.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the gun, it's a run for Freeman. A nice move he had, but can't break away. And he's brought down just inside the 30. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, they give to Freeman. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Benardrick McKinney, a first-time Pro Bowler a season ago, in on the tackle there. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the shotgun, Ryan. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Malcolm Butler dialed the corner blitz and earned the sack. Here's Giorgio Tavecchio now for the Falcon field goal. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright. And this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty trip downfield there as they get a missed field goal on 4th down.
And I didn't see anything in the setup. It's a good snap, good hold.
Yep.
He just pushed it, and that one never wanted to come back.
All day, baby, all day. Check 45 to Mike. Check 45. Go.
On 1st and 10, Watson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? It's certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Carter. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
45. Let's go, D. Let's go. 45 to Mike. Hey, defense, let's go. 29. 45 to Mike. 45 to Mike. I got him.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson rolling to his right. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Here we go. 21. Hey, wahoo. Check Mike. 29 is the Mike. Mike 29.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to give it to Wrigley. Picked off by Brianne Body Calhoun. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here.
They'll try and run for it with Miller. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. But down here near the goal line, you don't think of a cornerback in run coverage, but he made the stop.
Yeah, most of the cornerbacks we know, they want to be those pass defenders and take away one half of the field. But the best ones in the game are the complete cornerbacks, able to tackle and run support, as we just saw there.
Escaping the pressure right. And he slides to avoid the hit. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now, it'll definitely be a disappointment to come out of this starting position with just 3 points. They need to try to dial something up now, 3rd and 10. Now it's Watson, eluding the pressure right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. 2 first-quarter touchdown passes now for Deshaun Watson. And the Texans will extend their lead. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He completes it to Julio Jones. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Ryan now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Looking in zone for... And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with the opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Play action for Miller. Now Watson. Going deep for Hopkins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
A reminder about Sunday Night Football later tonight. It's a rematch from the divisional round last year. Colts and Chiefs from Arrowhead. Then tomorrow on Monday night, the Browns and 49ers from Levi's Stadium, where the Browns already playing their 3rd primetime game in the season's first 5 weeks. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Flush to his right. Looking downfield for Jones. And he whips that one incomplete there. He was looking for Julio Jones, his Pro Bowl receiver, and it's 3rd down.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions may be in the back of his mind. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Ryan. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, because sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Check right 45. I 31. Check the backer, check the backer. Alert flare, flare, flare. Hey, we got to snap it.
And they'll run it from the gun with Miller. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Hey, 31!
From the 29, Watson. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. QT. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Texans will add on to their lead. And that time, he came out of the slot for that big play downfield for the score.
I think what we just saw there, partner, was what we call scheming a guy open. Put him in the slot, know that he has tremendous speed. What you're doing with your other receivers is likely running shorter routes to draw the attention closer to the line of scrimmage, to give him a chance to get downfield and turn it into a one-on-one route, often against the safety. You like your odds when he's running against the safety. His speed usually wins, and it did on that play.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
You better be afraid of me. Slam, slam, slam. Kill, kill, kill.
Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
And they insert their dime package, 6 DBs here on 3rd and 6.
Expecting pass all the way. Now Ryan. He's got Sanu. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down.
Mohamed Sanu is a guy that is often overlooked because he just quietly goes about his business. But how about last season? Had a career-high 838 yards on 66 catches, and he can also play wildcat quarterback for you as well.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 more on that one and another first down.
And Ito Smith was a little bit of a surprise in 2018. Got unexpected playing time due to the absence of Devontae Freeman. Took full advantage of it. Had 27 catches out of the backfield last season. There's another one this year.
Now Ito Smith slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Austin Hooper, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Ready, blue 80. Back 25. Check.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The Falcons on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Operating from the gun. Ryan Over the middle, complete. It's Freeman. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, Ryan. He'll let this go for the end zone. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over, then they get a chance to continue their drive.
2nd and 10 now. Ryan. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They're going to run this with a tight end. Power on power, but he's not going to get in. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And he's not going to push his way forward. He's going to be stopped at the 2-yard line. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Third down and goal now, and this Houston defense not backing down. They'll look for one more stop. Look at this, a tight end carry. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Luke Steicher, his first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons cut into that lead. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he's not able to go the distance. He's out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4. What a return.
At the 4-yard line.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping.
And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Texans will extend their lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try to go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Throwing now, Ryan on first down. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. To throw is Ryan. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. He'll take the knee in the final couple seconds. Well, there you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Let's make these check.
3rd quarter starts with a run by Freeman. He finds an opening past the 40. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. A big run there by Freeman. 62 yards on the ground. And a guy that can change the game, shows you a glimpse of it right there, taking the ball down inside the red zone.
It just tells you how tough it is for a defense to just hold on all game and essentially hold your breath. Will they break a big one on us at any point during the game? It just happened right there.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 6. Ryan, that's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Mohamed Sanu, his first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons get a bit closer. Tavecchio good on the extra point. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go. Mike, 45. 45. Coming this way. Here we go. Here we go. Zoom, zoom. 45.
Now a first down throw. Watson. Over the middle. That's caught by QT. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive. 12 yards.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And that's caught inside the 30. A huge play there for Houston. 52 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun, and they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Set. 19. 24.
They run again with Foreman. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The kick by Fairbairn is good. No one attempted or made more field goals than Fairbairn last year. He was 37 of 42.
And they were grateful for every one of those that put 3 points on the board. But I guarantee you, Bill O'Brien, the head coach, is thinking to himself, we need to use them a lot less in 2019. Let's make sure we score some more touchdowns.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
All day, every day.
Ryan. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Watch right, watch right. Walk it up.
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Get in the weight room. Hey, Tuesday.
And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
First down.
25. Oh, here we go.
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
On 2nd down, Freeman. Room to run past midfield. And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. A big run there by Freeman. 43 yards on the ground. I guess that's what happens when you give the current NFL rushing leader that much room.
And when you do, all you're doing is solidifying his standing at the top of the leaderboard. He's going to continue to get...
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Austin Hooper, his first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons cut into that lead. They go for just one here as it's up and good. And that will get them one closer. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A run by Foreman to start the drive. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there, and now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
45. Mike, 45. Hey, I'm coming.
To throw is Watson. Going deep for Hopkins. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
It has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Matt Ryan trying to lead the Falcons from behind. Last year in 16 starts, just one fourth-quarter comeback for the QB. Now Ryan down around the goal line. The left side completion to Jones. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. First down. This is Freeman on 1st and 10.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Freeman again, a first down carry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains.
Ready, 280. Cut. Kill. Watch it. Hey, Strickland.
On 2nd and 11 now. Ryan, and this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Whitney merciless, able to record his 5th sack of the season. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. The Falcons will go for it. It's Ryan. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. They run, Devontae Freeman. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want it. Space. He's checking. Let's go.
Operating from the gun, Ryan. Being chased out left. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter, and they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
54, stop! Get that ball! Check 26.
They're going on 4th down. It's Ryan. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Justin Reed. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
They'll run with Foreman, and he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to make the tackle. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And they're going to get get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 36 yards on the play. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. A give to Jones. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
Hey, let's get them home.
The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. The Texans on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Watson hands this to Foreman. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him?
And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by Jaleel Ladau. And this results in 6. Touchdown. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
280. Let's get that ball, Let's get that ball right here. Hey, son.
Back to the air, Ryan after the pick 6. Getting it out left side to Sanu. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. Now Ryan on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. Now it's Ryan. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensive.